How's it going, mates? This is Mrjacharles, and we're here with Clannad, and more specifically, we're here with the Furukawa playthrough. Now, obviously, I've enjoyed all the stories in this game, but Furukawa to me has always been the character the game designers wanted to talk about the most. She's been in a lot of the other stories. She's been featured as this constant kind of force, despite all the different dimensions we've explored. So really, I suppose I kind of felt similar with Sunahara, but the thing is with Sunahara, it kind of quickly broke away, because you realise it's not something you take that seriously. It was just a kind of, oh shit, he wants to get back into the kind of football team or whatever, and that didn't really happen. They just kind of learned that, in the end, Tomoya and Sunahara are a pair of idiots. That was the conclusion, that was the emotional breakthrough. Tomoya concludes that Sunahara is an idiot, and then they laugh. Which isn't really a story. But Furukawa, this game has been trying to force Tomoya and Furukawa together. Even in After Story, which is the bit after the fucking other dimensions. A time after the Founders Festival, whatever it is. Imagine a time that exists that does that. Will feature Tomoya and Furukawa together. So, really, I'm kind of looking forward to this one, and I'm going to bend the rules a bit here. You know how I normally skip through the text at first, because, I've done it before and shit? I'm not doing that. I'm going to make this one as long as possible, because for me, this will be the playthrough that Sakai Project cares about the most. No, I'm not as the person thinking, but I think this is the one they designed to be the be-all, end-all, the main playthrough of Clannad, if you will. And there's After Story, but that's a bit different. So, I'm not letting myself skip. I want to skip. I don't care about this covered in white shit. But I'm going to do it because, like I said, this might lead somewhere. The world is covered in white. I haven't done this since Exeter. Snow. Good old snow. I'm really reading this again. Yes, it's snow. Even now, it continues to fall, coating me in its paleness. Ah. What could I be doing here? Better yet, how long have I been here? My hand is buried in snow. It's holding on to something. Am I allowed to skip this bit though? Yeah, I am, but I'm still going to read it. I pull it out. It's a pure white hand. A girl's hand. Oh yeah, that's right. I wasn't alone. I wipe away the snow on her face. Her profile, sleeping peacefully, appears before me. Yes! This girl and I had always been together. Here in this world. This empty, sorrowful world. Now that I actually know the context of the story, some of this is hitting me differently. Is he talking about girls he's had before? I always thought at the beginning of the story, he was talking about his mother. I hate this town, I remember this. I actually watched this, I cringed so much in the first episode. Because, I don't understand why he likes the town, or why he doesn't like the town, and then I just think, because it's this colour. I feel fucking so bad about it. Even, 3 years onwards, 3 fucking years onwards, that's scarred in my brain. There's just too many memories here I'd rather forget. Right, even though technically it hasn't happened. But again, this is kind of lingering thought that maybe this is meant to be the loop. Every day is the same. Go to school, see friends, come home to a place I can't stand. Nothing new ever happens. I wonder if anything will change if I keep living like this. I wonder if my life will ever change. There's nature almost everywhere you look around here. I guess today's just another day of trekking through the mountains to get to school. And make sure you don't throw away any trash, because, that's an important thing they put in that banner there. The trip would be so much easier if I could just level them all. If I were able to go in a straight line, I'd probably save myself 20 minutes. 20 minutes every day. How much time would that save me a year? I try to do the math in my head as I walk. I can't figure it out. Well, how could you? I don't see any other students from my school around. Isn't this because you normally come to school late or some shit? This is the main street to school too. Normally there are students everywhere. Today isn't a vacation day or anything like that either. So I guess that means I'm late. Responsible students don't just stroll into school at this hour of the day after all. Still, I continue walking at a leisurely pace, unfazed by my realization and the deserted scene before me. 200 meters left to the school gates. I stand still for a moment. Sigh. I exhale dejectedly while gazing up at the sky. Okay. Yep. Wow, you even give me an... I don't remember this shit, but then I guess this really was a while ago. There stand the school gates all the way up the ridge. Whose idea was it to put a school at the top of a giant slope anyway? The hill goes on like a never-ending nightmare. Sigh. There's another sigh, but one much smaller and shorter than mine. I look to my right, and here's the girl. Here is the hero of this story. Nagisa Furukawa. A girl is standing there just as still as me. I can tell from the colour of the school insignia on her uniform that she's also a third-year student. But she isn't someone familiar to me, yet. Her short hair, that comes to just above her shoulders, flutters in the wind. She seems to be on the verge of tears. As a repeat offender of late arrivals, I'm not bothered one bit. She, on the other hand, seems far more concerned. The idea of getting to class this late must be pretty upsetting to her. Oh, there you go. Yeah, She's nodding her head up and down, with her eyes closed, as if telling herself something. Then she opens them. She stares up at the school gates. Do you like this school? Huh? Oh, she's not asking me. She's talking to somebody else. Someone in her head, I guess. You know, I remember that detail, but... that's never been addressed, has it? I wonder how he, or perhaps she, replied. I really, really like it. But I know that sooner or later everything changes. The fun things, the happy things, all of it. Nothing can stay the same forever. She continues to talk to herself awkwardly. Because I doubt it's Fuko, right? How would she even remember Fuko? Even if things change, will I still be able to enjoy it here? You just have to find more, that's it. Huh? The girl looks at me surprised. It's almost as if she thought she was alone this whole time. Then you just have to find more things that are fun. More things that make you happy, that's all. That can't be too hard, right? The expression on her face. Ah, yes. I remember those days, what it felt like to be naive, simple. That's something we've all experienced. Yeah, and now I have too. We've come full circle. Come on, let's go! Okay. We start to climb the hill. Steep, slopey, gay-ass, exhausting hill. The long, long hill. Yep! I have to do it again soon, probably, knowing my luck. What day is it? 14th. Oh, wow, we're already going on to our own thing. Okay. So I am somewhat suspicious that maybe, that whole first chunk is kind of like the realization that this isn't our first playthrough. Because the girl in the snow, like that's the last memory of the girl. The kind of walking to school and saying that, oh, we've done all this before. Technically, if you play the game several times, you have. There is something quite touching about that, but... I gotta admit, I remember the thoughts of what the fuck is this game. The first few episodes, I actually didn't like Clannad that much. I thought it was a weird Japanese RPG I'd never get into. And now here I am, and it's... You know what? I think it's probably my favourite Let's Play. I have fond memories of, like, Mist of Avalon and all that, and I think for a long time, Mist of Avalon, then Monster Sweethearts were my favourite. But the fact is, like, this has been, like... Being honest here, I don't really have much stability in my life because people come and go, family included on that. Places come and go, countries come and go for me. I mean, I'm in China right now, but for how long? Like, it's weird to have this be the stable thing. Just this game. I mean, the YouTube channel as well, but particularly this game. It's just kind of always been there. And whilst, yeah, it's about how things change and you find new happy things and all that. It really does feel like I've had this game for so long, you know? Alright, anyway, I'm being a weirdo. Sunohara! The teacher calls a student's name. Absent as usual? I look to my side where Sunohara's desk sits empty. His attendance rate is even worse than mine. You see, the two of us are often labelled as the delinquents at school. That's probably why we get along so well. He's really the only person in class I can have an honest conversation with. Nevertheless, today's classes begin. I spend them looking down out the window. Okay, the teachers' voices go in one ear and out the other. Well, you know, he didn't say anything valuable there. We don't even care about classes. Class is finished, bringing the school day to an end. Tsunohara never did show. In fact, the only person I've spoken to all day is that girl from this morning. It really is just another ordinary day. For now, since I'm not part of any after-school club, I grab my empty bag, cut through a pack of jabbering students, and leave the classroom. Alright, I could go home, but there wouldn't be anyone else there at this hour. Not anyone I'd want to see anyway, like my dad. Which I wonder when that's going to be addressed. Because I'm pretty sure that's something that comes up. I don't have a mother. I was told that she died in a car accident when I was still little. I don't even remember what she looks like. After her passing, my father sank into a pretty deep depression, probably due to the shock of it all. Using alcohol to numb his pain, he wasted away his days gambling. Because of that, a lot of my time as a kid was spent arguing with him, actually. Yeah, because, you know, so reliable and shit. But one day, our relationship took a turn for the worst. He got violent with me. Ever since then, my father stopped showing his emotions. He's also stopped calling me just Tomoya, instead calling me Tomoya-kun, as if we're nothing more than strangers. It's always nice of him. And indeed, he's turned into just that at this point. It's like he's retreating into some kind of shell. As if he's trying to sever the present from the past. Always good. It'd be better if he just pushed me away completely, or even just keep hitting me. I really have buried most of these, like, memories, haven't I? At least then I'd know where I stand with him. But no, every time he sees me back from school, he brightens up like an old friend is visiting and starts making small talk. It hurts. It hurts so much, I can't stand being home anymore. Or go to a certain familiar bakery if you can. That's why I stay out so late now. I don't know where you go though. If I come home when I know he's asleep, I don't have to see him. It's why I go to bed at dawn. Of course, then I don't wake up until noon. I've been late almost every day since starting high school. I've spent my life like this for almost 3 years now. Yeah, and you're gonna graduate soon, what are you gonna do about that? Today's no different either. I go home just to change out of my school uniform, then leave again before my father gets back. The routine practically feels ingrained in me at this point. Alright, I wandered around town aimlessly until nightfall. No matter what, I always end up at the same place. Always fun. On my way, I grabbed some takeout from one of the local restaurants. I genuinely thought it was going to say added to Dangapedia then. Because, like, who the fuck knows what a takeout could be? What could that possibly be? Right, I carry it with me as I walk down the massive hill from this morning towards the school dormitory. Okay, I'm guessing the leave it there thing is when we remix the tape. I was wondering when that bit comes up. Our school pays special attention to its clubs, so a lot of students come from more rural areas to enroll. Those students then live here for the next 3 years separated from their parents, always nice. But then Tsunohara's like a mountain boy, ain't he? These kids are practically members of a different species when compared to someone without any academic dreams, like me. Normally I wouldn't have anything to do with them, but Tsunohara lives here. He used to be on the soccer team, and was even accepted to this school because of how good he was. However, he lost his spot in the varsity team as a freshman after being suspended for getting into a huge fight with a student from another school. Shouldn't have been an asshole. You just shouldn't have been an asshole then. By the time the following year's squad was decided, he was already an outcast with the team, or within the team. He had no choice but to leave. He doesn't have the money to move though, so he still lives in the dorms where all the jocks are. Which is always a good thing. How many times do I have to tell you? I got old Misei, I haven't seen Misei in a while. But the volume's nearly all the way down. Tsunohara is standing there. He's in front of another room, talking to a student about twice as... Oh, this is the rugby team. Sorry, I forgot about the rugby team people. Twice the size. That doesn't matter, these walls are paper thin, so I can still hear you. Listen on your headphones or something. Come on, I can't afford those. Ha ha! Then don't listen at all. But I can't get into the zone without it. Plus, I think the music's pretty cool anyway. You should listen to the lyrics next time, they're totally cool. I don't think you get it, I don't care if they're cool or not. You need to understand how pissed off I am right now. Seriously, if I hear you one more time, I'm kicking your ass straight out of here. Sam! Always good. Yeek! Tsunohara hangs his head, still standing in front of the now closed door. Damn it, stupid rugby players. He mumbles the words under his breath. He won't be able to hear you like that, you know. Damn it, stupid rugby players! Standing behind him, I repeat his words with a yell. Eee! Tsunohara grabs my head and grabs me into his room. Forgot that rumbling effect. I can hear angry yells of, "Hey, who was that?" resonating from the hallway. Pant, pant. Are you trying to get me killed? You're the one who said it. Listen, Okazaki. My relationship with these guys have been rocky at best lately, and I haven't even been causing any trouble. Then let's go out with a bang. I still have another year left here, and you're just about to live in fear like this the entire time? Or you're just going to live in fear like this? Hey now, I don't back down from one-on-one fights, even if that means fighting one of the rugby guys. But he's not the only guy on the team living here. They're in all the rooms around us. I can't make trouble here. I'd be totally outnumbered. But I guess I wouldn't mind doing something crazy right before graduation. I'll be counting on you to have my back then, alright? Great, I'll be sure to take a shot of my own at you while I'm at it. Some things really don't fucking change, do they? You're supposed to be covering my back, not stabbing it. I'm on the rugby team side, you know. Since when? Oh, not now, but I will be when all this goes down. What? Why? Did these 2 years we spent together mean nothing to you? Really? Boom! The wall shakes. The rumble is followed by a quiet down. Eek! I'll kick the wall right back for you. No, don't! You get scared way too easily. Dude, please, put yourself in my shoes. He's crying now, you can tell by the big wet bits. Please, just don't make any trouble while you're here. Sure. His pathetic display has such an impact on me that I give in without thinking. Always a nice thing. But you know what? Ending the episode here because I gotta make sure I don't do 30-minute long episodes again. My laptop's... I don't know, I don't really trust long episodes, so I'm gonna keep it short for now. And hey, let's try and make the next Furukawa playthrough as long as fucking possible. So anyway, if you want to know the game yourself, see if you can figure out when this stuff clicks together, there'll be a link to the game in the description down below. And without further ado, look up my book, subscribe, and chant. It's time. See ya!